perfect for compliance purposes. In terms of a purchase order, we can create a new purchase order. We can select from customers that we've worked with in the past. If there's a new customer, we can always just create them by simply clicking the new customer button. And let's create a new customer named Deborah E. Moyer. And she's going to be considered a residential customer living on 1220 South Wallaby Lane, Macungie, Pennsylvania, 18102. Her phone number is something random, and her email, just for our sake, is f@gmail.com. Submit. And we see right away, customer Deborah E. Moyer was successfully created in the system. And with that, we can either attribute a new service call to her or a new purchase order. So let's use that handy feature, create a new PO, and create a new PO with her. And of course, it's alphabetical. So we have Deborah E. Moyer. The job name is Leaky Faucet. We're going to say this is probably going to take us 2 hours because we really got to get that snake in there and pull something out. I don't know what that has to do with the faucet. I'm thinking of a clogged drain. So in order to avoid that embarrassment, I'm just going to change this to clogged drain. And then I'm going to also put in parentheses, really bad. So it's going to take 2.5 hours. The price in dollars is going to be, let's say, quoted 300. I don't know what the market average is for plumbers, but this is just something that came to my mind. I'm going to submit it. Purchase order 24035 has been submitted. If I wanted to put that in some other software that I'm using in conjunction with this DART, this data analytics reporting tool, I could. That could be my new number on QuickBooks. That could be my new number, which uniquely identifies Deborah E. Moyer's really bad clogged pipe in our system and in every system. So let's go back home. Hold 1 second. We can now also get summary reports of all the POs in our system. So here are all of the POs in the system that are active or in the warranty period. There's two different types of active. There's active, meaning we still need to go out and physically do something. And there's active, meaning we can't close it out because they're in a warranty period. And then there's inactive. So this helps you visualize, just at a glance, where you would want to start looking. Because sometimes alphabetical, when you have thousands, is very tedious and time consuming. So let's say that you want to go out to Sunny Haven Estates. And let's see if there's any in there. Okay, so there are for Sunny Haven Estates. The customer is Quandale, and the job name is Sunny Haven Estates. And we can see by each employee that's worked on this project, how many hours they've worked at straight time, how many hours they've worked at time and a half, and how many hours they've worked at double time. And then it sums it up for you in a very easy, intelligent way. The first is the weighted time. It simply sums up how much work has been done across all employees on this contract. It also tells you how much we originally quoted this project would take us, and it tells us how much time we still have left on the project. If it's negative, it means, hey, we still got 90 hours to fill. We're doing pretty well here. If it's a positive number, that's very bad. It means that we've already went over what we've quoted and we're already losing money. And to make things even better, for each employee that's worked on this project, we have the day that they completed the work and a copy, get this, and a copy of their daily job form. So if you're ever in doubt about all the work that's been completed for the customer named Quandale, Quandale comes to you and says, excuse me, Mock Mechanical, I don't believe that your people were truly here all this time. Well, now all of a sudden with this system, you're empowered with the ability to say, okay, let's go to Sunny Haven Estates and let's get every single one of these daily job forms for essentially the beginning of this project till now. And then you could just print those off, put them in a PDF and email them to them, or you could fax it to them, or you could snail mail it to them, or you could bring it to them in person in a paper and say, yeah, well, actually, Quandale, I know that you may have some concerns, but these are the timesheets that were reported. And you have that all in one place. Headed back to purchase orders, you can update the purchase order status. So let's show the ones that are inactive in progress. And let's go to Sparkling Starlight Sanctuary. You can either set that to inactive or you can throw it into the warranty period. It's as simple as a click. Boop. Then you can also go to any of the other ones and move them around. So we see that Sparkling Starlight Sanctuary was just moved to that warranty period. But let's say that they're now out of the warranty period and you want to send them to inactive. Click a button and it's done just like that. So now we go to our inactive ones. We click Sparkling Starlight Sanctuary. And let's say that this was all an error. We could have this be put to active complete and it would be sent back to the active complete. An interesting reminder that I might want to point out here is on the employee facing side, on their phones, they're able to effectively go through and only see those that are active or those that are in the warranty period. We don't want them to be too bogged down into the minutia of, well, these are inactive. That's a management concern, and it's very easily administered here or administrated here. Okay, and then we also have the view PO list. Wow, this is a super powerful tool in and of itself. First and foremost, you have enhanced querying, meaning no matter how large this list is, you don't need to rely on our data server to get results very quickly. So let's say, I don't really remember what this customer's name was, but I think it starts with a J. You type a J, and then everything in all of these columns that has a J pops on the screen immediately. And then you're like, well, it's not really a J, it's probably an R. And it's like, well, it's probably not an R, but it's probably a P. It's definitely a P. Okay, and I think maybe it was either like Paragon, and just like that, all of the Paragon customers come to the top. You can click directly on a customer's name and it sorts by alphabet or by numeric. You can also sort by hours worked on the project, quoted hours, the date it was added to the system, the quoted price in dollars, highest to least, and the total invoiced. You can also view notes that we have on the PO. So let's go to Frozen Fur Manor at Paragon. View notes. Okay, so we already see some notes are in the system. The quoted hours have been updated because of additional work. Someone's really not happy. They put GUR in there. Brick McBuild was another administrator. So, we're attributing who's making these remarks in order to hold administration and management also accountable. But let's add another note in here. Something that's for our safety. This customer has a dog with a bite history. Well, that's incredibly important to note for the safety of everybody. So right away, with our test administrator account, it says this customer has a dog with bite history. And you will never, ever misplace that because it's in the system on Paragon for their work where? Frozen Fur Manor. So you could even just type in Frozen Fur, view notes, and it remains there forever until you delete it. And just to show you how easy it is to delete something, delete. It's as simple as it is. It's as simple as it is. You can also modify hours in order to attribute more time to the contract. Let's say that you need a change order. You're going to be working a little bit more on this project than you originally quoted. It's going to be a $15,000 difference, $5,000 difference, which is going to come out to 50 more hours. Well, let's say that right here we have quoted hours as 120. Right away, we're going to say, well, it needs to be 170. And the reason is they also wanted a pipe drilled in their backyard. Okay, submit. And just like that, it was submitted into the system. And I think that's 305. So that was Sparkling. Here it is. Okay. In addition to updating the hours, which we saw on the past page, it also keeps a note on the account as well that the quoted hours have been updated so that you can't forget if the contract ever changes, it keeps an indelible record here for your review. You can also modify the total dollars that you're billing, which operates in the same way. We're charging more, we're charging less, and why. Some people like to export it to Excel, so we've built in a download to Excel feature, which allows for intuitive billing for you to upload this into whatever format you need. Let's say that you need it in Excel for QuickBooks. Let's say that you need it for some third-party tax tool. You have just exported all of your purchase orders in the system to Excel, a very friendly file format. If you need to print it, you click Print View, and you can print it out. It's as simple as it is. It's as simple as it is. We made this with the notion of KISS in mind. KISS is keep it simple, stupid. We want this program to increase your operational efficiency. In so doing, you're going to be able to have more time on your hands in order to make strategic decisions on behalf of your corporation. So we're trying to make everything as easy, intuitive, seamless as possible. And if you need additional features, we add them. If you need fewer features, we delete them. It's that easy. If you need different statistics on the front page here, let's find out what key business feature you're interested in, your business uses to thrive, and let's capture that in a beautiful graphic. We can do that. It's easy. It's custom. It's not a box. You're not working with someone you don't know. You're working with me. I developed this entire program with my team of experts, and we know exactly how to fine-tune everything. Going into the service calls, it operates the exact same way as purchase orders. The only exception is you can create a new work site.